Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because it's fall, one of my favorite seasons. Today, we're doing something very fun. We are combining two of my favorite fall things, pumpkin spice and cinnamon rolls. This video is also very special to me because I am partnering with Fleischmann's Yeast again for this recipe. Big thank you to Fleischmann's for sponsoring this video. I am so excited. I have used Fleischmann's Yeast for years. I've made so many yummy recipes with them, from cinnamon rolls to pizzas to breads, basically anything with a dough. I'm using Fleischmann's. Fleischmann's Yeast gives you quality, delicious results every time. And if you like pumpkin spice as much as I do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, it's free, and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. Cinnamon rolls are one of my favorite things to bake because they're super easy to make. You don't need any fancy equipment. They're really versatile. You can make them any flavor you'd like, and when you bake them from scratch, they are delicious. Now, without further ado, let's make some pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. Let's get started. I'm going to be putting all of the ingredients and their measurements down below in the description, so if you'd like to follow along at home, you can. First step to making the cinnamon rolls, we're going to whisk together our dry ingredients. So in a large bowl, we've got some flour, and to it, we're going to add our sugar, salt, pumpkin pie spice, and then last but not least, 1 packet of Fleischmann's Rapid Rise Instant Yeast. Then whisk together until well combined and set off to the side. This is why I love using the Rapid Rise yeast, is because baking with it is quick and easy. It saves a lot of time. Boop. Now we're gonna mix together our wet ingredients and bring them to a temperature between 120 and 130 degrees. This part's really important. You want this wet mixture to be in that temperature range so that it acts accordingly with the yeast. So in a medium bowl, we're gonna add some pumpkin puree. That's right, you guys. We're not only putting pumpkin spice into these cinnamon rolls, but we're actually putting pumpkin. Then we've got some melted butter, a little bit of whole milk, and some hot water. Then using a spatula, we're just gonna mix together, and we might have to heat this up a bit. You can either do it on the stove. I'm just probably gonna use the microwave, but you're gonna wanna bring this wet mixture to between 120 and 130 degrees. And I check it by using a simple candy thermometer. As you can see, our mixture is not warm enough, so I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I move the wet mixture into a heat-safe container so it'd be easier to heat up. Now it's time to combine our wet ingredients with our dry. So we are gonna start by, I'm gonna make a little well in the middle, just a little bit. Our mixture is at 130 degrees, and now we're gonna pour into the middle of the dry ingredients. Now just mix together until well combined. Now we're gonna invite 1 egg to the party. That's right, the whole egg, the yolk, and the egg white, and continue to mix together your dough. We've got our dough mixed up, and as you can see, it's a little bit sticky. So we are going to knead it by hand. This is one of my favorite things to do when making dough, is getting to knead it by hand. It's a great arm workout, but it's also just very satisfying. There's something about kneading dough that just relaxes me. I don't know why. To knead the dough, we're gonna take a pinch of flour, sprinkle it over the work surface so that it doesn't stick. Then place your dough right on top, and we're gonna knead for about 5 minutes. Bloop. And if your dough is too sticky to knead, like it's sticking to your hands, just take a little bit of flour, coat your hands, and you can sprinkle a little on top of the dough. Kneading dough is really easy. If you've never done it before, you're gonna be using this part of your hand, the palm of your hand. You're gonna push down and away from yourself, down and away, and then you're gonna fold the dough over and turn, and you're just gonna keep doing that. Push down, fold, and turn. Down, fold, and turn. Oh yeah. Just keep kneading until your dough is soft and not too sticky. About 5 minutes. Our dough is looking perfect. It's soft, smooth, and a lot less sticky. So now you're gonna place it into a clean bowl, just like this. We're gonna cover with a little food-safe plastic wrap, set it off to the side to rest, and you're gonna see this dough rise. It should only take about 5 minutes. While our cinnamon dough is resting right over here, we're gonna make our filling. Yum, 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 yum. So in a medium bowl, we're gonna mix together some brown sugar, cinnamon, and pumpkin pie spice. If you are wondering what fall smells and tastes like, it's right here, it's right in this bowl. You're just gonna whisk together until well combined and take deep breaths. Just mix and breathe. It smells better than a fall candle. Our filling is looking good and smelling good. It's all mixed up. I'm gonna set it off to the side and grab our dough. It has rested and it is ready to roll. Roll out. Woo, look at that. So tall now. Gonna take this off. Once again, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour over your work surface so that the dough doesn't stick. And we're gonna roll out our cinnamon roll dough to be about 14 inches by 16. We're going for a rectangle. Oh, this is a very satisfying noise. Here we go. Oh, it's so fluffy. Sprinkle a little bit of flour over the top. Oh, first I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. And second, I'm gonna roll out the dough. You can use any kind of rolling pin. If you got a wood rolling pin, I'm using a marble rolling pin because it's a little heavier, it's weighted, makes my arms do less work, which I appreciate. Once you've got your cinnamon roll dough all rolled out, we are gonna spread some softened butter over the top of it, just using a little baking brush. And just a reminder, softened butter is not melted butter. So you don't want this to be melted and you also don't want it to be chilled. I like to be generous with the butter. I like the flavor and I want all of my filling to stick. Now we're gonna sprinkle our delicious filling over the butter. I'm just sprinkling to make a nice even coat and we're gonna cover the entire thing. I cannot believe how good this filling smells. Our cinnamon roll is ready to roll. This is one of my favorite parts of making these, and I use my whole hand to do this. So once you got the filling on top of your dough, I like to start in the middle, and you're gonna start to roll up the dough. And as you can see, I'm using my fingers, but I'm also using all the way the palm of my hand to roll it here at the end. I'm rolling the dough tightly and gently. I'm trying to get a really beautiful swirl for our cinnamon roll, and you're just gonna roll all the way to the top of the dough. Now this recipe makes 12 cinnamon rolls. Take a sharp cutting knife, be careful, don't get your fingers. I like to start in the center. I don't know why I do this. The goal is to cut even slices. They're about 1.5 inches wide. I usually eyeball it, but if you wanna measure, go ahead. After you cut them, you're gonna place them into your casserole dish. This has already been greased and lined with a little piece of parchment paper here at the bottom so that they don't stick. Once you've got all the cinnamon rolls in the pan, we're gonna let them rest for 30 minutes. So just get any clean kitchen towel cloth, cover them, bloop, and we're gonna let them sit for about 30 minutes before we bake. You're gonna heat your oven to 350 degrees and bake for about 25 to 28 minutes. Now our cinnamon rolls are out of the oven. I set them off to the side, giving them a little bit of time to cool. While they're cooling, we're gonna make a glaze. And not just any glaze, we're gonna be making a delicious cream cheese maple glaze. It is perfect to put on top of some pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. It's just perfect for anything though. I mean, this glaze is so good. I would dunk anything in it. To make it, the ingredients are pretty simple. You probably have these ingredients in your kitchen. In a medium bowl, you're gonna add a little bit of cream cheese and butter. You'll want your butter to be at room temperature. Now you're gonna mix together until well combined. I'm using an electric hand mixer just to make this part a little bit easier, but if you don't have one, you can also just use a whisk. Now add a little bit of vanilla extract, heavy cream, and maple syrup. Then mix together again. Lastly, we're gonna add the powdered sugar to our glaze a little bit at a time so we don't get a poof, big dust cloud, but I'm gonna put a little bit in, mix it up, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more. Then you're just gonna mix until well combined. And there you have it. Nice and smooth. This is great consistency. You want it to stick together, but be really smooth. It can still move. Now we're ready to glaze some cinnamon rolls. Hello, fall. Now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, it's the moment I've been waiting for. We're gonna glaze our cinnamon rolls. These cinnamon rolls smell so good. They are still really warm from the oven. So I'm just gonna take a little spoon, scoop the icing, and then I'm gonna drizzle them on the top of the cinnamon rolls. Keep doing this to all your cinnamon rolls. You can use all the icing, a little icing, whatever you'd like. And ta-da! Here are the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls that we made today with the delicious cream cheese maple glaze. It's like all the spices and things that I love about fall in one. Also, we're Team Cinnamon Roll over here, as y'all know. So I'll be posting a bunch of pictures and the recipe all over my social medias. And if you guys make these treats, do not forget to take a picture and use the hashtag #RowRecipe so that I can find it and heart it and favorite it and like it, because I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. Now I can finally have a roll and I have plenty to share. Oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, here we go. Soft, fluffy spices. This is why I love baking from scratch. You can't beat it. Also, a big thank you to Fleischmann's Yeast for sponsoring this video. I love them and I've been using them for years. If you like this video, delicious fall recipe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. And if you'd like to watch any other videos, you can click up here or up here. And I'll put the other cinnamon roll recipe that we made up here. Yummy. Nom 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 nom. Bye, you guys.